What's up?
Okay,
Drum
I am
roll, please.
Charmel. I am Charmel McMillan. This is season 2, episode 14, the 34th show of It Is What It Is, how men think about love, life, relationships, and everything in between. A little bit of background. 10 years ago, I produced and created a radio show called It Is What It Is, the male perspective on love and relationships. And I did so because of the onset of social media. Sometimes questions will be asked exclusively to men, and women will be the first ones to chime in. And they wouldn't just chime in, they would edit, correct, even tell men that ain't how men think. So I decided to create a platform where men tell it like it is, uncut. So that's what we're doing tonight. So skip ahead to 2020. I decided to reboot it as a Zoom show. And so now you can see who I'm talking to, so it's even better. Let me just say, this is not a woman bashing platform. It's definitely not a male bashing platform. It just is what it is every Tuesday, 8 p.m. Standard, 5 p.m. Pacific. So that being said, let me introduce my guests. My guests tonight are all my friends. They're also all members of the illustrious Kappa Alpha Psi Fraternity Incorporated. I got one from Jackson State University, one from Morgan State University, Alpha Iota chapter, my alma mater. And my first guest, now we met when he was a photographer, and I booked him for some gigs and stuff. And then one night he became like my hang partner. I was like, yo, come meet me at this premiere. We ended up talking outside for like 2 hours. He was telling me his dreams and what he wanted to try and everything. I stopped you with you. I
The
said, go
looks,
do it.
the buzz,
I
the
haven't seen
buzz.
him since. It's been 10 years. So, but he is doing it. He went and did it. And so he is currently working on a show for Paramount. He's also worked with BET, Urban Movie Channel, Warner Brothers. He's worked with artists such as Missy Elliott's 2 Chainz. Little Baby, I know he's worked with my client, Carl Weber, filmmaker, 27-time New York Times bestselling
Yep,
author,
yep.
a TV producer, and he hails from Washington, D.C. He's a photographer, producer, assistant director, and filmmaker, Justin Nicholson.
What's going on, everybody? How you doing? Thank you so much for
What's
having me
up,
on your
yo?
show.
Thank you for
Thank
finally
you so
coming. I
much.
asked you to be on the first one, but you were like, nah, Shar, my
I
schedule is
know
crazy.
schedules gonna be. Listen, man. I don't like to, brag or boast, but these days ain't easy. These
I
12
had to
hour
check my
days, these
name tag. I'm like,
wild
who is
hours.
he saying no to?
Mm.
I love you, Charbel. I love you. I just, it'd be hard sometimes to get off this gig. You see,
It's
I'm in the office right
okay.
now.
Let me introduce my next guest. What am I doing with my notes here? Okay, let me introduce my next guest. He has been, I met him back in the day, like
Mm.
almost 20 years ago when I first started in the music side of the industry. And they became my friends and brothers instantly. I loved them because they were like part of this trio that produced the hottest parties and hottest club nights in the city. Rob Bird, Mark McHale, this gentleman, and Malik too. And so he is currently Capitol Hill Communications Director for Congresswoman Sheila E. Plaskett, and he has over 20 years communications experience and legislative experience. He's worked with 4 members of Congress, including senior legislative assistant for Congresswoman Barbara Rose Collins, as well as senior legislative assistant for Congresswoman Eddie Bernice Johnson. He has also lobbied for the American Association of American Railroads and been their manager of congressional affairs. He has also been communications director
Hey,
for
Shar, I thought we was gonna do the short
Congresswoman.
version. I thought we was gonna do the
Wait a minute,
short
this is the
version.
short version.
This is the
Communications
edification.
for Congresswoman
Okay.
Sheila Jackson Lee. He has his own podcast that he co-hosts called Hip Politics, which is a discussion fusion of hip hop and politics in America. Michael J. McQuarrie, how you
Shar,
doing?
how you doing? How are you doing?
I am doing well.
I'm so
I'm
glad to be on the
thriving in the
show.
pandemic.
I see. I'm so glad you had me on because I just say I know you hit me up a month ago. I was like, yes, and I didn't know who I was gonna be on, and then I saw this group you brought me. And I was like, oh, this is gonna be a great show. Where's that Zoom link at? Where that Zoom link at? But thank you for having me. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for coming.
No problem.
Yeah, I book well in advance, and I don't think people know because some entertainers hit me up like, "Yo, can I be on Tuesday?" No,
Yeah,
so I book way in advance,
that's
and
good.
so there's a method to my
I've
madness.
always liked your work ethic. Always liked
Thank
your work
you.
ethic.
Let me introduce my last guest, but he's certainly not least. He has been my friend, my brother, my confidant for decades and decades and decades. I remember when we were young, he said, if you ever need me, call me. I'm going to be there. He has kept his word for over 3 decades. And so he is a respected trial attorney. He has litigated some high profile cases that have received local, regional, and national attention. In 2006, he was one of the lead attorneys in the DC sniper case. He also, in 2018, won the $37 million verdict on the Corinne Gaines case, the 23-year-old mother of 2 who was shot and killed by Baltimore County police officer. That's just to name a couple of the major cases he has won. He also is a frequent legal commentator and contributor on CNN, Headline News, as well as True TV, formerly Court TV. He is past president of the Monumental Bar Association, and he's also a member of many, many organizations, to name a few: the American Bar Association, National Bar Association, National Black Lawyers Top 100, as well as Black and Entertainment Sports Lawyers Association and the Maryland State Bar Association, as well as the Maryland State Association of Justice. My friend Jay Wendell Gordon, how you doing, love?
Thank you.
Thank you.
Mama, I made it.
I love
Right.
your mama. That's my
Right.
soror.
Right.
You know what? I met your mom in the most serendipitous way. I had to, when I first, I think it was like maybe, I don't remember when this was, when she first became, I think recording secretary or something like that. I went to her house to pay my dues. And so I'm standing in the living room like, why my friend on your mantle? And she said, why my son? She said, why my son on my mantle? So that's how we met. And then later I realized your aunt was my 7th grade English teacher. So we've been connected.
That's my Aunt Margie. Yes.
I'll go way back.
I was the only one who got an A in her class. She was a beast. So let me
come
start.
full circle. We've come full circle.
Full circle. It's all family, all love. So let me kick off this show. I've kicked off every episode of this season with the same show. So same question. Tonight is going to be no different. Is it a blow to his ego to lose in a sporting or game activity to a woman? And should she lose on purpose to protect her man's ego?
What'd you say the first part? Is it a who?
Is it a blow to a man's ego to lose to a woman in a game or sporting activity, anything?
No, because then I'm gonna tell you one thing. We're not gonna play a game where we're playing against each other. We're gonna play games where we're playing team. Like we're gonna be phase partners, or we're gonna be big. We're gonna work together that way. Because you're good and crafty like that, then let's make this work for both of us, but not against each other. No. No, it's a turn on. No, it's a turn on if she wins legitimately too. If she wins legitimately, it's a turn on.
I ain't gonna be turned on. I'm gonna be turned on. You straight up, because we get to the gym and we start boxing.
No, but I'm not playing that sport though. I'm not playing that sport. I thought we was playing some dice.
It depends on the game. If you know your girl, is a winner, then she needs to be on your team.
Right, exactly.
So it would be a blow to your ego, though. I mean, even though you did the circular thing,
listen,
it wouldn't bother you if she beat you.
Shooting pool.
Listen, if she beat me, I'd be like, cool, bet we can take this show on the road.
Right,
exactly. But Justin, hey Justin, what if she beat you in football?
Boy, we're not playing that. We're not playing that. We're not playing that.
Maybe Madden. I wouldn't even mad.
Yeah. We're not getting on the gridiron. We're not getting on. No, we're not together. If she can forearm me like that.
Listen, I didn't have to tackle the chick before, and there's nothing manly about tackling a woman.
Yeah, right. So no, I'm thinking you talking about spades or you playing like pinochle or Connect Four. I didn't know you were talking about these contact sports.
Like, hey, now bowling. How about bowling? If your girl beat you at bowling, how you feeling about that?
I mean, that's fine because you even look good throwing a gutter ball. Just go on with them G's on. Strong take the 4th step and throw it in the gutter. You still look good. Good shot, baby. Good shot. Good shot.
Somebody got that spare the last time.
To answer your question, it's not a blow to your ego unless you just a sensitive dude. You know what I mean? I can't be out there in full competition mode thinking about me losing to my girl and going home and be like, damn, I lost. What you cooking for dinner? What we eating?
Check this. What she talk crap about it though?
Well, she can do that at home, but we're not doing that out in public. When we get home, Wendell, you can talk all the shit you want to, but while we at the pool hall and you beat me shot, you just dip it, walk away.
Hey, Jay Wendell, You should know, as a lawyer, we need to go out there with disclaimers. Hey, look, we just going out here.
Hey, Mike.
Just some,
Right.
Hey, Mike, how would you feel if you reneged in spades and your girl called you a renegger?
Well, I mean, I'm not good, and that's not gonna happen. If we're a team, she's not gonna do that. We'll talk about it afterwards. A lot of stuff you don't talk about.
See, them fighting words
across the table for they say
fighting words.
Renegger.
I mean, if I reneged for a reason. It's probably because of mistakes she made on her side. If you not the queen out there, I would not have to go out here and hold this diamond, and I got 4 of them in my hand.
Because you saying you're trying to compensate.
Hey, Charmel, that's the bruised ego right there. It's
like, that's what it sounds like. Yeah, that's what it sounds like.
It is. I'm
gonna keep it real with you, honestly, Charmel. Don't know if you want to be beat by his woman. Now,
we don't.
We ain't gonna be crying about it.
No. I mean, don't be on the spades table slapping the cards and getting up and spin and doing the splits. Don't just take your book and keep on moving.
You know
look, Charmel, we hate a sore winner.
There you go. I think that's the point. Yeah, that's what men have said consistently.
Because we never gonna not hear about it again.
No, never. Never.
Oh, 20 years later, hey, you remember that time I beat you in basketball one-on-one?
Never.
Women tend to say that, like, men don't like successful women. Men don't like this. No, they don't like the bragging ones. Is that correct or?
That's the only point.
At this time and place, but I love successful. That's absurd. Some women say that.
Yeah.
I know, that's what I'm saying. Women say that.
Yeah. But I mean,
that's wrong.
But Char, everything, sometimes relationships are very private. Everybody doesn't need to know everything that's kind of going on with you. But I would, a successful woman is that's wonderful. That's awesome. Because I would hope they will want a successful man. And you got a successful man and a successful woman together, you got what I call a power couple. And we need everybody needs to be a power couple in their own way. When they walk in the room, bam, bam, boom, and this. That's just how it should be. You want somebody that's going to always compliment you, and you're going to compliment them. It's always the saying of somebody married up. We both should marry up. Right.
See, I think I would say the intimidation part comes in with the women that are making more and do all that actually like braggadocious about it. Like, go get a job, go make more money. You know what I'm saying?
But you knew what you signed up for, though. You knew what you
signed up for. Listen, though,
what you signed up for.
Some dudes think they can play the game and they're not ready for
it. If that's the case, they need to be on in the West Coast and acting and getting them Academy Awards and putting them.
I'm just the messenger.
I got you. I'm just saying.
I'm just the messenger. It's some dudes out here that.
I'm gonna be honest. I never had a woman say anything like that to me before.
Yeah.
Whether they, I don't even think we even get into how much the other person. I haven't even gotten into that.
Right.
So,
well, I mean, if you got my attention,
my relationships has been.
And if you got my attention, you succeeded right there. That's a start.
And success is not necessarily based upon money.
Right.
In my opinion.
Yeah.
If you're happy with what you're doing, if you're happy with your life, that's success.
Yeah. Because I know
real deal.
I know some successful women that measure their success by how much they can help other people. You know what I'm saying? Not so much a monetary thing. You know what I'm saying? It's just the type of information, love, and help they can spread around. As opposed to, a 6-figure, it could be a 6-7-figure woman that might have a piece of shit attitude. Same with anybody, but you know what I'm saying? That shit don't even be worth it. I wouldn't want a 7-figure woman. She could be great and all that, but if her attitude is shit, she can keep that. You know what I mean?
Right.
So let me ask this. How do you guys feel about women shooting their shot?
Oh, well, go for
love it.
Go for
it needs to be more.
You really like it?
Don't ask me to marry him.
Yeah,
that's not
shooting your shot. Out here.
That's shooting. That's not shooting your shot. That's taking it to a whole another level.
But you see nowadays a woman shooting her shot seems to be just saying hello back. You know what I mean? Or hello. Like it's gotten progressively tougher for men out here to approach women because of all the foolishness. You know what I'm saying? So for a man to be approached, that means this woman is either made up or she drunk as shit.
Yeah. And sometimes I always have to tell ladies, don't judge me by the person that came before me, because we're all not the same. And sometimes you want to judge by what you've been through, and hey, I'm not like that. I'm somebody different, but it all it is. Just some people. We got some people out here that make it bad for the next person. Simple as that.
Just shoot your shot, but in another. I ain't even gonna say it.
Does it matter who's holding the gun, Jay Wendell? Is that what you about to say?
Well, yeah, sometimes it does matter.
I don't know. A woman that can shoot a gun is a turn on. I like a woman that can shoot.
And I ain't mad at that neither.
Yeah.
And I appreciate them.
Yeah.
No matter who they come from, to be honest. Everybody loves to be.
So how do you handle it when you're not attracted to the woman who's
keep moving, keep it moving, keep it moving.
Keep
it moving. It's real simple this day and age. Either you don't return the text, you don't return the email. It's nobody really calls anymore. It's kind of easy. It's not just keep it moving, keep it moving.
If she shoots a shot, I might say something flirty back, but I'll keep it moving. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You don't hurt her feelings.
Options, no options. We call that options.
I like your you have on. I'll be like, I like your hat. You know?
Not your hat.
Hey, Sharmell, it happens so rare. It happens so rarely that we be taken back by it.
Yeah,
it happens so rarely we're taken back by it.
Because you all are all successful and attractive. I don't believe that women aren't trying to say something.
Well,
I mean, they be trying to say something, but some of the stuff they be saying don't be shooting the shot. No, it's the complete opposite. It'd be the complete opposite, and you be like, well, and then so for a week we might be shook. We not accepting no more shots. No more shots this week because it's around Valentine's Day. It's around holidays that you
shot cutoff zone. Okay.
Yeah.
I ain't had nobody take a shot at me in a long time, but I definitely it just have to be that's what's up. If you're not interested, then say something nice and kind and be like, all right then.
But we don't mind being swept off our feet. Sweep us off our feet.
I feel like, Justin, it doesn't happen so often, but to me, it does happen. And that's why I will look them up and down and find something that I admire on them and compliment them the same. That's what I do. And it comes naturally too. It doesn't it flows.
Yeah. True. You feel that synergy, that energy when somebody somebody that makes you turn your head like, hold up, you got my attention. My attention span is very short, but you maintain it for 20 seconds. Let's see where this can go. You never know.
It's a high and by for me. I ain't even gonna jeopardize it no more. Like, nah, man, hey, that's cool. That's what's up. All right, I gotta go home.
Let me ask this: has your first impression of a woman ever been wrong?
Oh yes.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Oh yes.
What happened?
Kept it moving.
Everything.
Kept it moving.
Yeah.
Everything. We want me to stop. No, I would say that.
Still 50, so our first impressions.
I think
I'm 50. So
I'm 51.
I think one of my worst impressions was it was one of those. I didn't even get the impression in person at first. It was I saw around a lot. You know what I'm saying? Sort of like from afar, like, oh, she's probably a nice person. The people she hang out with. And you get in that circle, it's just like, whoa, this kind of a piece of shit. You know what I mean? Like, it's been a few of those situations where you just don't know a person until you hang around a person long enough. You know what I mean? Like, I would never put nothing on anybody specifically, but I mean, there have definitely been people where your first impression was, oh, this person probably has it together. You don't know too much about them, but from the outward, appearance, they look pretty put together. And then come to find out, we all go through our struggles.
Yeah, some people have relationships with those types of people. Sometimes they have children with those types of people. Sometimes they get married with those types of people. So yeah, I think when I say that, I speak on behalf of every man who's still living and still breathing. That we've all, and perhaps women too. We've all experienced that. Where
and sure, it's nothing. Sometimes we lead by our eyesight, and the first thing we see is the beauty and all like that, but. You can see, I've seen beautiful women that have been just terrible on the inside. And then when you see that part of them, that takes away all that beauty that you see on the outside. And then that's where it kind of goes. I mean, I think myself as a compassionate person. And, I will hope they, find a woman that's like that too. But, some things I just won't accept you doing or try to even be by treating you. The nastiest of the inside of you, it'll turn you completely off.
Yeah. I definitely think that it took me a while to get out of that outward appearance, whole field, and really getting to know people for who they are, what they can talk about, some type of substance, anything, because what I think is attractive now isn't attractive when I was 20.
Right,
you know what I mean?
Right.
And then even on this, some of the people that my first impression might have been wrong, it might not have been because they're bad people, it's gross. I mean, we grew out of who those people were.
Right.
And it was like you were growing to be somebody, and I was growing to be somebody, and now
look where we at.
You over there, I'm over here.
Right. Right. And also, sure, I look at you now like, well, do I want to push this person's wheelchair down the road? When we get up, you gotta look at it like that. Do I? Okay, you looking good now, but 40 years, do I want to be pushing your wheelchair? That's the type of love we gonna have. That's the type of
that hospice love. You don't want that hospice.
Right. I'm telling you.
That's deep. That's when it get deep.
So I don't know if this question is being asked to you all specifically because they're watching, but one of the viewers wanted to know, what does a woman have to do in order for you to give her the time of day?
Be a good person. Yeah, just be a good person.
Just be you. Just be you. I mean, it's after we didn't met you you're at a certain age. It's not like you're young and you're going to check. You at the moment we met you, you probably are just 75% of who you're going to be. Just be you. Then we'll figure it out later because you got to figure out about me too. You know?
Right. I can give you a whole long list of what I wouldn't want as opposed to something that they could be. You know what I'm saying? I would say be yourself and then that shit will pan out. You know what I mean? I would hate that. Give me your first impression, the best part of you. Should like, nah, I'm gonna be as raw as I can when I meet somebody. I'm not gonna not cuss or I'm not gonna speak my mind, whether if I feel anything. You know what I'm saying? That's the same type of way I want people to be, but you know what I'm saying? Like I said, I can tell you more what I won't go for than, you know what I'm saying?
That listen.
Yeah. Yourself. That's it in a nutshell. Don't try to be anybody else. Don't try to be somebody you think I like. Be who you are.
But Charles, let's flip that. Why don't you answer that question? What you got to say about that?
Because this isn't how women think. So I keep it moving.
I got you. Good way. Good pivot.
But see, and look, this is the thing though. This is the thing.
That's the beauty of it. I'm one of those women who can listen.
I got you. And that's beauty. Yes. That's important.
See, the time of day doesn't necessarily mean wedding bells and relationships neither. You know what I mean? Like I could have female friends, you know what I'm saying, keep around kind of like because they have good conversation, the good people might be good for work related things, might whatever, but the time of day doesn't always lead to a relationship. You know what I mean? I might could be good to put you on with one of my homeboys. Right. You know what I'm saying? We could be all good, but
it's a business.
I hate the fact that every encounter seems to have to end in, you know what I'm saying, some this finality type situation. You know what I mean? Like that's just not how people are even thinking anymore. It's so short term. I mean, it's so short term. People like, well, I got my summer boo, got a winter boo. They got seasonal boos and shit like that now. You know what I mean? Hot girl summer, hot boy, whatever. But, every interaction doesn't have to end in a final, marriage relationship. But I think it's hard to discern between that these days because, we coming out of COVID, everybody want to have fun. You know what I'm saying?
Jay Wonder, I want to put you on notice real quick. Like I'm in Northeast DC outside. The helicopters are hovering over me. Just in case something happened to me, you just got. That's what I was looking at. Okay.
All right now, come on. You in DC?
Northeast DC.
That reminded me of something that Nipsey Hussle said. He said, "You don't own people. You experience them." And so every person is an experience, and say I can appreciate that in people. When I meet people, if it doesn't work out, that's fine. You know what I mean? Because we could still be friends, and that's really more important in most circumstances than being in a relationship. Because it's good that you have that support system of somebody who you can probably confide.
Exactly right, man. Exactly right.
Yeah, that's definitely true.
Jay, one of your line brothers, George Allen III, said, "What do you all consider the marrying type?"
We ain't married, George.
He wants to know what y'all looking for. How y'all know when you found the one?
I always say this: when you go looking for sugar, you come up with shit. Let it come to you. Let it come to you.
I go with the old adage: the one it's not the one you can live with; it's the one you can't live without.
Okay.
I didn't make that up.
Because I have no clue what any other man looks for in marriage. You know what I mean? I'm figuring it out right now still myself after, one time around the block. But it's like, I know what I don't want.
Right.
I can always go back to that. You know what I mean? But and marriage ain't about being a good person either. Goddamn all that. You know what I mean? Like and then also, you gonna bicker with your other, you gotta know that they there forever. Like whatever.
One thing I've heard men say is that women to put it mildly, struggle with accountability, owning their stuff, owning when they are wrong, owning when they do stuff. They tend to deflect. They tend to make excuses. They tend to make it your fault as men. What are your thoughts on women and accountability?
They need to be held accountable. They need to be accountable. Shit. They do some fucked up stuff.
From my experience, all I'm gonna say is, in my experiences, I've had some situations where I bring up a point in a topic, and then 5 years later, it was like, yeah, you remember when we was talking about, you was right. You know what I mean? Like, what is the statute of limitation on this? Statute of limitation on accountability.
When the argument is over, okay?
You know what I'm saying?
Don't bring that back.
I've had some marvelous women in my life that would be straight up like, yeah, you know, that's some bullshit, you know. And then I've had other situations, like I said, 5 years later, it's like, oh yeah, he was right, you know, back in the day. And you know, you might have said this, and yeah, you might have been right, but let's move past that now. You know what I mean? It all is infuriating. But yeah, I just need to know if there's a statute of limitation. Should I be mad if I don't get vindicated immediately, or what? You know what I mean? Because that shit sits on a man's soul and shit. It does. It's like it's not like this some old passing feeling. Like it's men out here that be like, man, I'm trying to tell you I ain't do that shit 10 years ago. I'm trying to tell you, I was trying to explain to that. And then it's just like if there's no accountability, or if there's no type of finality to the whole situation, if there's no closure and shit, it's something that can fuck up a man or a woman. Some women might feel guilty that they held something for so long and made this man crumble to shit, or vice versa. Who knows? But I don't know, man. Everybody has to be accountable. Everybody has to be accountable. I'm a guilty motherfucker. I ain't lived the most perfect life.
You feel guilty though?
Nah, I don't feel guilty.
Nah.
I mean, what happens before pre this relationship does not count once we start ours. I just think we start anew. Whatever you have in your phone right now, from the time that we start from here on forward, can stay in your phone. That's all fine. I mean, but then, you know, before you had it, but anything else is no. You got to kind of go in there with that kind of look of it. Sometimes I know. I'm a big adage. One of my big famous sayings is, you knew what you signed up for. I mean, before we cross that line and take it to that step, let's sit down and talk about everything that could possibly happen and go from there.
But let me ask this. I'm talking about even in a current situation, a woman admitting that she's wrong. Why is that a challenge for women? How do you feel about that?
I have no idea. I didn't know that it was such a challenge for women.
They don't want to.
Maybe you're saying the quiet.
Somebody tells them that they
right. And
yeah.
why would you tell me that you're wrong if I didn't know it? Keep it moving.
No, but you do know they're wrong.
Well, then, I knew what I signed up for, and hopefully these mistakes or being whatever's wrong is not nothing that's consequential that serious.
Hey, Shaw, I think that goes back into what kind of woman we would be looking for to marry or something like that. That's one of those prerequisites.
Hold themselves accountable just as much as they'll hold you accountable.
You know, there's some strong Black women out here, just strong women, period, not Black women, but strong women, period, that will hold you to your shit, but also hold themselves to that same. Be like, you know, hey babe, you know, I kind of, you know, fucked up today, or listen, I got to talk to you about this. This is something to issue, whatever the case may be. Even if it's, hey, I didn't like it when you did this, but I understood you did this because I did this. Like, you know, just little shit like that. It makes those kind of environments, those living environments, those relationship environments more comfortable. You know what I mean? Like, cause shit, it makes me want to tell the truth. Like, damn, babe, you know, I kind of fucked up. You know, let me tell you about what happened and shit, and just don't get mad. But you know what I mean? But without that, you know, that give and take, I don't think it could happen. There's no accountability if it can't be like that.
What are your thoughts on women who get married and then hold out or deny their husbands or use sex like a bargaining chip?
Where that happen at?
Get married for? Yeah.
Where does that happen
all the time, evidently.
Where was that happening at? Oh, okay.
Yeah. So a woman gets married to a man to not. And that's.
I'm gonna let y'all answer that.
No, I don't even. That's incomprehensible to me.
Was that someone? Is that one of your questions, or did somebody ask that question?
This is my question based on things that I hear people complain about.
Take that question out of your show.
But you know,
no, I want to know what you all think because it happens.
I mean, honestly, it's controlling. I think that's a controlling mechanism. And I think, like my man said, you knew what you signed up for. I'm pretty sure that ain't the first time she done held out. She ain't wait till marriage to hold out for 6 months and feel like he probably isn't even surprised.
There's gonna be some creeping too.
Yeah, okay. That's a direct link.
I mean,
that's like an invitation.
I mean, yeah, it's like a jail get out free card.
Oh, hey, Sharmell, let me ask you, what is the reason? Has anybody said the reason that these women have held out? I don't like that blanket just held out.
Nobody wants to be controlled.
I don't know, but I've heard women say that, that they hold out or they're not going to give him any or this and that. And I was like, that's stupid. I've always thought that was stupid, but I hear women say that. I think some women are
maybe lying, Char. Maybe
that's some girlfriend shit. That's
maybe lying. I think they're telling you that just so they can see.
No, but there's some women who are raised under the guise that whatever's between their legs is platinum. They're the only ones who possess it.
Unless you was there, Char, you got to see them not giving up. Don't believe them when they fully clothed, telling you they ain't giving up nothing to nobody. I don't know about all that. They might just sometimes be saying it for sure.
Because when they go on Jerry Springer and say, "Is it true that you had sex with John?" Yeah,
I mean, it's okay to just down your conquer and say you're not. But I mean,
does that fall into the same category of women who say they're gonna leave if he cheats on them? Because I know that's not true.
Oh man,
I mean, there would be no relationships if they left.
It wouldn't be. It wouldn't be.
They was holding out. I mean, what they gonna say? But
like I said,
the bottom line is if she's tired, don't feel like it. That's fine, but if you just intentionally doing it to
right,
that's a problem.
If she holds out on me for 6 months, I'm thinking she's fucking somebody every day.
What's the problem? Yeah, me. It's
every
me.
Day.
It's me. Why you hold out on me? You knew again what you signed up for. You knew what this was about. You hold out for me? You that good?
Right. Either she is terminally sick with something that she can't get rid of.
So much concerned about the sex. Fix me a sandwich.
Yeah, I'm hungry.
Not a sandwich. Okay, let me ask y'all this. What do you think about women who are suddenly celibate? They got kids, they've been out here in the streets, and they've done a vagina reset and decide they're celibate now that they with you.
Are we friends with them, or are we just
is she my girl?
Yeah, exactly. Put it in context.
She wouldn't be your girl because she's celibate.
Yeah, exactly. So you answer next question.
But what do you think about the mindset of women who do that?
I don't deal with those types.
More power to them. They might need to go seek counseling, maybe, because it's something deeper than not having sex.
And why would you tell me that you're being celibate? Maybe I don't want to have sex with you. Why do I have to know all that anyway?
I mean, you mean to tell me that so many men done ran through your junk that you need to hit the
get the yoni steam and reset the junk? Listen, hey, Shaw, I can't lie. It's more power to them. You know what I'm saying? If they in a relationship, I pray for their men. You know maybe they can go on a spiritual journey.
That's how you end up in the friend zone.
Right, but our age, they can't hold out too long though. They can't hold out at our age.
Check this out.
The young ones get hold out. The young ones get hold out, but at our age, they ain't gonna last too long. They ain't gonna last too long.
Man, that's crazy to me. That's crazy. How about this? Let me ask you a question. What do you think a man should do after holding out for 6 months? Should he attempt to even hit it? Should he never want to hit it again? You know what I mean? Like if somebody holds out on you intentionally, you're gonna lose goddamn interest.
Everything.
Throw the whole joint away.
Some guys will run them parallel. You had the one over here that's taking care of it and trying to deal with the other one.
Then you don't need to do anything. Then he's good. Clearly he's good. She can go another 6 months.
And
what happens? 2 more on. It's gonna add 2 more on. But she can go another 6 months.
Because if he
for the long haul,
if he's big petty, he'll be like, okay, 6 months, cool. He get him a girlfriend.
And then
by the time his wife or whoever she is like, okay, I'm ready to have sex again. He's like, I'm good, boo.
Right.
I think I need to do 24 months.
He'd be like, are you sure this time?
And mistake number one was you giving us a date. You gave us 6 months. You put us on a date. We know how much more we got to go.
I know how much time I got to not be with you.
Yeah, you don't give us no time. We can work it out. But you gave 6 months. Okay. 6 months come around. We'll see what's gonna happen. But let me tell you, you go another 6 months. All bets All bets are off. All bets.
We're not playing those games.
No.
And I'm breaking up with you after she's ready to have.
This is not college. This is not college. We're not in college no more. We're not in college no more.
Ain't nobody gonna be interested after 6 months.
No, 6 months. No.
Especially at our age.
No.
Oh, man.
So let me ask you this: all three of you are successful in your own right. What are your thoughts on prenups?
Do it, sign them.
Yeah, fuck it. If that's what you gotta do.
I mean, if we get to the point that we gotta talk about it, you banking like that, let's do it. I'm gonna come out.
Yeah, if I got it like that,
if we talking about it, and it's the money, it's enough money up there to be talking about prenup. A prenup don't start with just 6 figures in the bank account between everybody. It don't start with that. So your family pulled me to the side and say, "Sir, you got to sign a little prenup." Then I know I'm dealing with some such and such. Okay, I'll be right back. Let me call Jay Wendell so we can negotiate this.
Right.
Get this right.
Doing numbers, calculating.
Don't sign nothing on the first thing. Sit there and listen. Don't let that cognac they're giving you get to your head and all that steak. No, you say I'll talk to you in the morning. You get on the speed line.
Your calculator, get your
Mike, would you sign the prenup?
No, I mean, it all depends who it is. Yeah, I mean, is it her asking me to sign one?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I'm gonna come out pretty anyway. But I'm gonna tell you one thing: I'm gonna try not to break that prenup. I'm gonna try to stay with you for life. At least I'm gonna get the maximum out of I can. But
prenup, but I wouldn't ask the person I was gonna marry to sign it.
No, me either, because I don't want that over my head thinking that it's gonna come to that we had to break up. You with me for life, and clearly I got enough money that if we don't like each other down the road, you can live in that mansion we got in Rhode Island, and I'll stay in this mansion we got here in Maryland. We good. We can work it out like that.
But isn't that like a prenup though, Mike? If you already know in your mind she can keep this house.
Because if you go crazy and act up in that mansion in Rhode Island I'm paying for, I'm about to cut you off. And we ain't had no prenup to say that you can keep that mansion in Rhode Island. We don't.
True.
We don't. It's different. We don't have a prenup. I'm doing that on strength because that's just how we want to live our life right now. And that's fine. But if I want to make sure that we're making enough money, or I got enough money that we can talk about living like that. Because there ain't no sense you living in an apartment over here and you across the way. It don't make no sense you doing. That's too close. That's too close.
Let me ask this. If a man is dealing with a lot of women, does it impact or desensitize his ability once he's found the one to connect with her intimately?
No.
You know it when you see it.
Like, no.
No, but I'm saying, how do you tell the difference if you've been with lots of women and you find the one you really want to be with? How do you know the difference?
You get a gut feeling.
Because you want honestly to be the most raw, because you want to fuck every day and you can't, you know what I'm saying? Like it's that situation. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like you could be with however many women that you want to be with. It's always gonna be that one to make your heart do that thing that you just want to step off in the corner. Man, you
so
can be
when your heart is
at a barbecue. Yeah, it's a connection. It's when you got that feeling. You know what I mean? Like I don't think like having a lot of women.
See, women it's not tied to their vagina, and I don't want women to continue to think that we just so fixated on the vagina. It's so much more than vagina.
Yeah.
But the truth be told, all vaginas are the same. You got big old good ones and good old big ones. That's
good old big.
So I'm glad somebody said it because women think it's special. They overrate it.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. It ain't special. What's special is what's up in here and what's in here, what's in that cortisone and what's
If anything, all the multiple women in the past provided experience, learn those tricks and that things that, she liked or whatever. And then having those mental gymnastics tricks that you've been jumped through in the past and you done with all of that bullshit. It just depends on how you carry it. You know what I mean? Some people let that baggage drag them down. They done been with this person and they're like, oh, well, her ass ain't as fat, or she can't converse as well. Like, you got to find one that's well-rounded. You know what I mean? It's just, like I said, your heart gonna be in it.
Yeah. And then women think that, once they ain't got the vagina, if you ain't interested in the vagina, then they don't have nothing else to offer. A lot of times women, if you ain't interested in that, they ain't got nothing else. They got the fake eyelashes, the fake butt, fake titties, everything else.
Can't talk about shit, can't talk about politics, can't talk about nothing. You know what I mean?
You know what I mean?
Nothing. Yeah, because I definitely, wouldn't want a woman that looks, 100, but all she could talk about is love and hip hop and shit. That's a turn off right there. That'll have me not wanting to fuck alone. That's dry.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
My shit's all right there. All you talking about is social media and motherfucking some goddamn Breakfast Club.
What are the Republicans doing today? What are the Republicans doing today? What are the Republicans doing today?
what is happening in the world? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Shit.
Right.
Yeah. So that'll do it for me. You know what I mean? Like I don't really require much as it is and shit, but I definitely can't do, dealing with no woman that is not in tune with what the fuck is going on around more than just the hip hop scene and the social media square.
Trying to find the latest bar, the latest club or restaurant.
Man, I like to go to sleep at 10 o'clock and stuff like that. What are you talking about going out to the club? Really?
Oh, man.
Let's go to dinner, get something to eat. We might get some music, stop off at get a little bag. Something real quick and call it a day. Yeah. Because I'm trying to tell you, going to the club. First of all, you go in there, you don't understand all the where this music, who is this playing now? And then you be like, who are these people? You used to go to the club for everybody. You used to know everybody.
You don't know nobody.
Even at the people at the door, you used to get you in. You're like, oh, y'all done changed up. It's time to move on a little bit and do it at your house where you can do it with just a smaller crowd. I don't like being around 5,000, 10,000 my closest friends anymore. I don't.
No.
This is so funny hearing this version of Mike.
But that's because when I being a noob down in Jackson State was party. I come up, so that's how I learned how to do the party scene. But I also know the behind the scenes part of it too. It's a lot of networking that happens over drinks and food and things like that, as opposed to in the office. And so I would work during the day on Capitol Hill, and then at night I'm throwing parties. But I'm conversing with the same people I work with, and they much at ease over some drinks and stuff done. And that's how this city works. It all depends on where you at. Jay's down in Georgia. It's different down there. We all up in this area. It's just different wherever you.
Yeah.
So let me ask this: do you think that women always say that men should pay for dates, men should pay for that? And they expect this standard. What are women responsible for in dating in that process?
Good conversation.
Having a good time. Enjoy yourself.
Wait a minute. Is it the first date?
Give me a reason to spend money on.
I mean, what is it?
Some women feel like men should pay for dates, period.
I mean, if I ask you out, then it's on me. If I ask you out, it's on me.
Exactly.
If I ask you out, it's on me. Let's start there. And then we'll figure out if we're going to make it past second base, because if I take you out already, you don't know how to use a fork and knife in your conversation. You treat the wait stale bad. It's not gonna work. This is the last word.
Shamil, I feel like a reason why women expect men to pay to go on dates because they don't ask men out on dates. Why would I expect to pay if somebody asked to take me out? You know what I mean? It's become that culture. Like it goes back to that first question that you asked, talking about how do we feel about women approaching us. You know what I'm saying? Women approach us, be like, hey, what's going on, Justin? You know what I'm saying? You trying to go out and get a drink? I'm like,
Justin,
right.
You don't say, hey, Tupac to you.
Right.
Snoop and shit. Talking about you want to go get a drink. And I'm like this, I'm thinking automatically like, damn, I might get paid on Friday. What kind of drinks does she want? She want food and drink. And then she come up and be like, nah, I got you. You be like,
right. Throwing it back. So
it doesn't even happen. So women do expect to get treated to dates because they're not initiating the date. You know what I mean? So if a man asks you to go on a date, then yes, that man should pay every time.
Better
fact. It's just what it is. Now, if you just roaming out in the streets and then y'all decide to stop at a goddamn candy store or some shit, and she want to go halvesies, you shouldn't feel bad about that. But you know what I mean? It's just some random shit. But a date, pay that shit, man. I mean, like I said,
and insist if she wants to pay, even if she wants to pay.
Man, let me tell you. Right, Garcon, come back. I need another extra dessert, please. I need another extra dessert. Really?
Yeah.
No, that's all good. I mean, but if I definitely ask you out there, it's definitely just come on, let's go. Just go. Just be on time. Be ready to go. If I say 7:30, do not be talking about you just leaving work at 6:45. No, because I don't think that I just got reservations to eat. If this goes right, there is an after spot we're going to. If this doesn't go right, I have to make sure I get you home.
It's a whole situation.
I have to go right by myself. So I need you to be on time. You throw me off by an hour at the dinner reservations, you mess up the whole night, and it's not
going. The whole night. It's a wrap.
Y'all got a lot of rules over there. It's not for the ladies.
It's not gonna work. And I gotta pay for this.
Hey, contingency plans need to be thought out, but nah, I would appreciate. I appreciate being taken out.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. But like I said, it just doesn't happen. You know what I mean? Like women don't just be like, "Hey, come on, let me take you out on a date or some shit." They might, be like this. Hey, I'm going to this little spot later on. You want to meet me? And you're still going to end up paying for those drinks.
And she with 4 of her girls. So I'm thinking if it's just gonna be you want me, am I meeting you, and then you meet the whole.
Nah, that's the invite that we got. Hey, I'm going out a little later. You want to come hang out?
Right.
Like, sure. And it's the whole squad. And you stand there.
Right. So come on, no, there's another one. Okay, this is the last one on this one.
They ain't looking for dates, they looking for sponsors. Okay,
right. Is it different? Why do you think so many women don't seem to focus, or from what I'm hearing from, the men who've been on the show, that a lot of women don't seem to focus on building. They tend to focus on what seems like some form of sponsorship. Why do you think that is?
Honestly, I think personally, when you're given so much, I'm not saying all women are giving, but let's just say, a woman has been given. What else is she gonna expect?
Because men we're the hunters. We're the pursuers. Yeah. So, that's in our nature. And
I expect them to
comfortable with that position.
Right. And I expect them to support me. But if you want to go to school and be a doctor, then guess what? I'm gonna be there to support you too. Because at the end of the day, you're about to be an MD, you're about to be a doctor. I should support you in your career, whatever you want me to do, what you want to do, and you should support me in whatever I want to do. If it means me taking a step back and we paying for you to go to grad school, let's do that. But I mean, as long as we're bettering yourself to make sure that this is a win-win. We're a team here. We're a team,
So one of the viewers, as I get ready to close out, asked the first question she asked was, how long do you date a woman before you have sex?
Define date.
Yeah, no bull. What do you mean?
They want to know what you mean by dating. So if you hear me, just justify what you mean by dating.
Yeah,
the second question she asked was, would you date a homebody?
When
2 hours?
Yes, in a heartbeat.
72 hours.
Wait,
72 hours. Okay.
Okay, you gotta answer the second question though. Justin, I wish you the second question.
Yes.
Yeah, because you know where they at. You know where they at. You know where they at. I'll date a homebody all day because you know what? I know where you're at. I know where you're at.
If you spend 2 hours in the room with somebody, it's a good thing.
Yeah. I'll date a homebody because my package is gonna be picked up, all that stuff. Yeah.
And not for nothing, I've turned into a homebody myself. So it's just like, hey, look, we coming home and we chilling. When we do go out, it seems amazing. We could do something small, like go for a walk and go see some slight shit.
Naked,
that was a beautiful fucking day.
Naked. You go do it naked.
Nah, because I think the homebody is something about the girl that always want to go out. It makes you wonder, like, what is she going out for? Does she want to be seen? Is the homegirls or what? Like, if she's still
with you.
And by right, I'm not trying to be out to be seen. No, she want to go be seen. I don't need to be in these streets. I don't need to be in these streets.
I love my motherfucking privacy, but I love my girlfriend, but I just don't like being everywhere. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You want to put me on display? Really? It's not my turn to be put on display. And where my check at? You put me on display. I'm gonna go out here for you and on your arm and do that. But I need to be compensated.
Nah, man. I think I like going out, but like I said, in my later years, I've slowed down. I used to be all out in the streets and going out and doing things. Even when I was a photographer, like I would spend my nights every night out somewhere, whether it be just making connections and networking and seeing some of the same people in a lot of these places. It's just like that should get old. That should just get old. Yeah, for real, honestly.
And it's different now. So when you were doing photography, your turnaround time might have been like 48 hours. These photographers now, their turnaround time is 10 minutes. They
listen, man.
You get the stuff.
The way I used to do, I used to shoot at night, then go home, and then edit that night, and then maybe try to put it out in the morning. Nowadays, then they got their shit.
Man, they be on, so it's different.
That's why I had to step up the production. I needed to get
you got to
these little motherfuckers.
Move up the
chain.
Can't
keep up with that shit.
They can't keep up. I was like, because you was like, well, look, back in the day, like, the photographer we pay, and photographers was getting paid $300-400, but we'll give you half, and we'll give you the other half when we get the
half.
Product. Man, let me tell you, before you leave the club and you taking the crates out the doggone thing, they got your pictures now.
Hey, I sent you your email.
Right. So nowadays you gotta factor that in. If I don't make no money at the door, I can't pay the doggone. How about get the word out that it was a tight party and with no pictures? So
that's why Shaw said she ain't seen me in 10 years after I was a photographer, because they was whooping my ass.
Yeah, bro.
These people with these $1 million cameras, I'm trying to be not. It was fun though. It was fun, but I think I definitely took it and then just moved it on up into production. I really wanted to get into the film life and shit, but yeah, you're right about that though.
Yeah.
So let me ask. This is my last question on every show.
Really, it's over?
It is.
You have to bring us back periodically, quarterly.
I run a tight shift. I stay on time.
You have to bring us back quarterly.
I ain't mad.
Quarterly, you have to bring us back.
Okay, I'll bring y'all back. Okay, so my last question on every show is, what is something you wish women knew or understood about men?
That I can't even say we.
When we come home from work, give us some time to just unwind, to decompress. Don't jump on us. I don't want to hear about the vacuum clean broken, something needs to be fixed. Just let me chill out, get my clothes off, lay down, let me scroll through my phone if I want to. Just let me just decompress and unwind. And after I get up, I'm good.
I think.
Go ahead, brother.
Nah, I go ahead and give you that deference, brother.
I was just gonna say that we're emotional. We cry too. We cry too at times. We are emotional too. We have feelings too. Just don't. Just because we can change the tire and go crazy in the middle of the night or whatever, we get emotional too. But yeah, we feel just like you feel, and just remember that.
Yeah, true. I think I would say women need to know that men are a lot more low maintenance than what they think sometimes. You know what I mean? Like, we don't really require a lot. Sometimes just a little bit of silence, a hug, maybe. Like Jay Wendell said, when I come home, I don't want to go through the whole gambit of the questions and answers. I just want to just put my feet up and all that. But, a lot of men are real simple these days. You know what I mean? We don't really require a lot. Like, I don't need all of the glitz, the glamour, the gifts. I mean, just, simplicity.
Yeah. I'm a simple man with simple pleasures. That's always I like to say. A simple man with simple pleasures. That's what we are.
Yeah. That's it.
My takeaways, as always, are primarily that men are, like they just said, more simplistic than you think. They also require some of the same things you require, the same love, attention, the same respect that you want.
Not some, all. We need all of that shit. We just not going, fight for it as hard.
They need it all. So what you want, give it back in return, and have the mindset of growing and building together. I want to thank my guests, Justin Nicholson, Michael McQuarrie, and Jay Wendell Gordon. I also want to thank my squad, my producer, Corey Marshall, and everyone who helps me behind the scenes and shows love. One of my best friends, Tony Rock, and my brother, Rodney Perry. Thank you for your unconditional support, as well as over 100 men, your favorite entertainers, celebrities, multi-platinum producers have been on this show, including Raheem Devon, George Wallace, DC Curry, Tony Rock, Ali Sadiq. Y'all go back and watch these shows and watch this one on the playback. And also, I appreciate the views and comments, but share, and subscribe to Chi-Town Entertainment. And also watch my new show. My other show is not actually new. We're doing 30 episodes this weekend. Just One Thing, after my best-selling book, Just One Thing, forward by Mike Epps. And I highlight life-changing moments of other people, ordinary people doing extraordinary things. I'll see you Thursday and Friday with that show. And also, I'll see you next week, June 1st. Oh, June is here already, June 1st, 8 p.m. Eastern Time. I'm Sharmell McMillan. It is what it is, how men think.
Thank you. Mwah.
Love you back. Talk to you guys soon.
All right, gentlemen.
I find new good brothers.